1 Chronicles 7:21-23 says, his son Zabad, his son Shuatheth, Ezer, and Eliad were killed by the men of Gath, who were natives of the land, when they went down to steal their cattle. Their father Ephraim mourned for them in many days, and his brothers came to console him. He had sexual relations with his wife, and she became pregnant and gave birth to a son. Ephraim named him Beriah, because the tragedy had come to his family. Well, if you're joining us in reading through this 90-day reading plan, today's reading is 1 Chronicles 7:13-40, and I encourage you to read that passage. Well, no matter how tragedy strikes a family, there's always going to be mourning. Whether the member of the family was killed doing something wrong or whether was slain for some other reason, the parents and other members of the family will mourn that loss. It's always difficult to lose a family member, but it's even more difficult if that family member is lost under tragic circumstances. Certainly the lives of Ezer and Eliad were taken because of something they did which was wrong, but that does not mitigate the feeling of loss that a parent has. Now, our children are precious to us. We protect them. We nurture them. We grieve when tragedy strikes, and we rejoice with them when they become parents. This is all because of our relationship to God as our Creator. Now, when Genesis tells us that we're made in the image and likeness of God, a part of that image and a part of that likeness is a love for the children that we create. And as in God's case, when they sin, we are grieved. When they are righteous, we rejoice. But in either case, this should impact our walk with Christ. If we feel the pain when our children do something wrong, we can equate that pain to which God feels when we do something wrong and we sin against Him. This is why it's so important for us to be repentant. Our relationship with Him, in the sense of communication, is broken each time we sin. It is through our repentance, our changing of our minds, agreeing with Him that we have sinned, and then changing our direction towards righteousness that restores us and our communication with God. Well, this is why it's so important that we are constantly and consistently evaluating our lives and repenting as necessary so that we might grow closer to Him.